everybody, good afternoon. We are here with Mike Richenko from Creatio for today's webinar, Ensure Your Customer Excellence with No Code. What is the agenda for today? We have some intro about Creatio, about Sirma InsurTech, then we will speak about how you can automate any workflow in your company, some challenges about the insurance industry, and then we will finish with a presentation about Sirma InSuite solution. At the end, we will speak about some successful story which we already have together with Creatio and Sirma InsurTech. Mike?
Yeah, hi everyone. Hi Julian. Thank you for introduction. I'm really happy to be here with all of you today, right? We'll start with a brief introduction of Creatio. We are a global vendor and a provider of a no-code platform and CRM solutions. We're headquartered in Boston, Massachusetts, and currently 700 people strong and counting. We have 6 offices around the globe represented in each corner of the earth and present directly in more than 1,400. We are proud to have more than 700 of partners around the globe, and InsurTech among them, of course. We are also very proud to be recognized by world's leading analysts such as Gartner and Forrester. If you see here, we are leaders according to Gartner in Salesforce automation quadrant and marketing automation quadrant, and are strongly recognized in a low-code application platforms. Also, I'm happy to see that independent online feedback platforms like G2, Gartner Peer Insight, TrustRadius also highly value Creatio. This is a feedback from the end users, from people who are actually using Creatio on a daily basis, and we are happy that we are bringing the value and make them recognize the value that they are getting out of the solution. Yeah, that's very briefly about us. So Julian, over to you now.
Thank you, Mike. About us, we have 20 years history under the different name. Previously, our name was TBI Info. Since September, we are Sirma InsurTech. Until that time, we were part from Vienna Insurance Group, 100% owned, and we have a very, very huge experience with enterprise solution. We did Oracle project, SAP, Salesforce, and now we are aligned with Creatio. We are working in past 2.5 years really to develop this vertical solution in Creatio Marketplace, for which we will talk more today. Since middle of this year, we are part from one of the largest privately owned Bulgarian IT groups, Sirma, and we are happy that now we can broaden our insurance expertise everywhere where there is a need for it. What we did in past years, we were engaged with different insurance core systems, including SAP, including INSYS, including some custom-made. We have developed for our customers some insurance portal, mobile and web applications, a lot of experience with the cloud, and in past years we are putting some AI like chatbot projects. We have successfully implemented within the some companies within VAG, and now we have an aim to build a solution which can help insurance companies understand their customer much better and work with him closer. Mike?
Yeah, so thanks, Julian. Now I want to talk about how the workflow automation can be made easier with the no-code, right? Okay, so these days it's really hard to deny the fact that digital workflows have become an indispensable part of our lives, right? We are making our purchases online, we are transferring money online, booking the hotels, trips, buying tickets, and on, right? So the organizations who have adopted the digital processes, they're getting all the love and loyalty of their customers. This is why it is extremely important for them to adopt digital workflows and digital processes. And if we compare them to traditional processes like the manual ones, right, we'll be able to see that digital processes, they make immediate identification of what customer actually needs, and they have to be very tailored in further communication, hyper personalized, right? And the experience for the customer is very seamless and it's paperless. And moreover, after that, with the help of AI technology and machine learning, we can drive the cross sales and upsales, right? So it's very seamless for the customer and very automated for the organization. While on another hand, as opposed to traditional processes, they are very generic, cookie cutter based, heavy paperwork in it, never tailored, and can be very lengthy, right? So it's obvious that organizations are looking to adopt digital processes as much as possible, but then they face another issue, right? If you look at this slide, you'll be able to see that the global demand for applications is more than 500 million, while the bandwidth is simply not there because we only have 25 million app developers who can develop those applications for the business, right? But on another hand, we have 1.6 billion of knowledge workers, people who understand the environment and the business very well, people who know how to resolve the issue. The only thing they lack is a skill to develop applications. So what if they had a freedom to create applications on their own, empowered by a proper technology, right? If they would give an organization the opportunity to engage customers and partners in the whole new way and automate the workflows and business processes much faster than a competition, therefore getting a huge competitive advantage, right? So here at Creatio, we were thinking on resolving this issue, and the answer is obviously empowering those people. And we can do this by providing a no-code platform, right? Because Creatio offers this freedom for those people to own their automation by providing this no-code platform and industry workflows together with the CRM. So just to give you an overview of what Creatio actually offers and why is it important for the business and how it helps to resolve the issue, I would suggest to start with a single platform, right? Our goal is to create an environment which combines end-to-end customer journey with the CRM package modules for marketing, sales, and service, together with industry workflow right next to it, meaning automating the rest of the workflows, which are not necessarily customer facing, but also important, and then adding the applications and integrations from the marketplace on top of it, right? That actually creates a single environment contained of those three components. If we are talking about CRM, marketing, sales, and services under a single umbrella, automating the end-to-end customer journey, seamlessly connecting the customer data and the teams who are actually working on it, right? Imagine your people from marketing, sales, and service sitting in the same room, looking at the same data and working with the same set of information. Then we go to industry workflows. As I said, those are the workflows other than customer facing, which are specific to a certain industry. We're talking about insurance now, and Yulian will be happy to give you more details in terms of what we were able to build on Creatio platform for insurance. But it not only boils down to that, right? Literally any industry can benefit from that. And those can be very specific, not only on the industry level, but also on the organizational level. But then we also talk about templates and connectors, because we understand that Creatio platform exists in the enterprise digital environment. So it's important to be connected to other applications like core application, for example, where we can exchange the data and make sure that it brings most of the benefit to the organization. So it's a very important aspect of the platform when we move from a single environment of one platform to a freedom for unlimited customization, a freedom that lets the solution evolve together with the business, because the business is changing over time, and you need to make sure that the solution that you've chosen will always correspond to the actual needs of it. And you need to make sure that you have a freedom to deliver this to the market fast enough, right, to get the competitive advantage. So there's full transparency, maximal flexibility, and the ability to own your automation with Creatio platform. And then what's also last but not least is the genuine care. This is the DNA of Creatio, because we take commitment to make our customers successful. We never step aside after the project is launched. We help you to make the solutions live, and then we accompany you during the entire lifetime of the projects, right? Fully dedicated with our customer success resources, with full attention on the usage of the solution, making sure that your organizations are benefiting to the full extent out of using the solution, and they always see how it can be developed and bring even more value to the business. All right, so I think this is like briefly about what Creatio does and what we are, but now I'm really excited to talk a little bit more about the challenges of the industry of the insurance, right, and how it can be resolved with the help of the platform and the solution that we are providing. So Julian, over to you now.
Yeah, we are facing a really very much changing world. As we can see here from some researchers, Mike, 80% of millennials are open to buy insurers from new entrants, including those from outside the industry. Why it is like this? This is in this direction. It is moving because some of the newcomers are really coming with the technology, and with the technology, it's easier for the customers to do it.
It is convenient. Yeah, I just think it is more convenient when you can go and order your insurance online. You don't need to go to the office. You don't need to speak to an agent and spend your time, because you just want to get that policy, right?
Yes, it's right. But from other hand, insurance always was kind of, let's say, matter of trust between the customer and the company or agent. And this agent or insurance company always was trying to play as a financial advisor to the customer. But now the customer needs more speed, and there should be some kind of switch from the normal, let's say, paper process where we're sitting together with the agent, we speak, he proposes something like some best offer and so on, follows the regulatory framework. In EU, for example, there are a lot of the regulations and topics which are affecting the insurance. And now there is, I would say, space to do it digital, because I wouldn't say that this is an easy process, but we have insurance companies have to switch from the old world to the new world. They were mainly very product-centric oriented, and they're defining their product, but now it's time to switch. And this is exactly what we want to do with our solution. We want to propose a solution which will empower the insurance companies to switch from the product-centric to the customer-centric model. Now we are already live since last week on the Creatio marketplace with our solution, and we are able to cover any kind of insurance type. including healthcare, travel, automotive, P&C, deposit insurance, or bank as a channel we can support. The idea is that we want to bring a very comprehensive solution which could be very easily configured and empowered by the no-code platform of Creatio, where the insurance company can move all the processes which link in their legacy systems and which are not real time. Because from our point of view, the customer is expecting more speed from one side and complete digital journey. Means that it's not enough if he can only buy the policy online. He has to have a possibility to communicate with the insurance company on a digital channel. Means that he wants to report the claim also on digital way. He gets to know when the status of the claim is changed and so on. And that's why we have divided our solution on two different models, like policy administration and claim administration. And on top, we are coming with more functionalities like configuration, payments, product development, etc., which are apart from both of the models. But talking about both models, we have policy management, where insurance company can run everything from the offering till the closing of the payment on this policy. Means that we can handle anything from the proposals, offers, applications, whoever wants to call it. Then we can have some risk assessment or underwriting. Here we can have, for example, in EU anti-money laundering approvals, etc. And then we can move all these through very seamless approval process, where different entities based on different responsibilities can approve and convert this application to the policy. When we have a policy, we can support the complete policy lifecycle, like changes, annexes, terminations. Of course, we can manage the commission and payment management regarding this policy. Means that we didn't forget about that some of the policies could come from the different channels like agents, brokers, etc. Of course, all of this is related with the standard functionality of Creatio, with the beautiful dashboards and reports which are provided out of the box. And of course, here we can also support the customer service during the entire cycle of the policy management with the case management of the Creatio. For the claim management, we have any kind of the submissions of the claims. We have open APIs where we can empower the customer to submit the claim to this API over a chatbot or over a website or over a mobile app. Then we can also put kind of, let's say, intermediaries which also could submit a group claim. Let's say, imagine that we have a health insurance, and in this health insurance, we have a contract with big hospital. The hospital can report, because we have contract with him, all the necessary examinations and treatments which they have done, and we can import all this in our claim management model, and then proceed this claim management according to the rules of the contract which we have signed. We can keep the different pricing for this hospital comparing with another one, and so on, and all this would be processed over the system. We can then move the claimant to the payment stage. We can have any high-level customer standards to serve the customer. We can have here automatical notifications generated or tasks to the different participants in our claim handling process. And of course, before the payment, we can also comply with the existing regulations. What is the, let's say, main benefits from the solution? The main benefit is that with this solution, it could really very much speed up the implementation, and we can have implementation of the CRM solution within the insurance company really extremely fast. Also, in our case, using the Sirma InsurTech, you will have all functionalities which are needed to the insurance company in one single place. Means that in Creatio we will have the CRM, we will have the approvals, we will have the claims management, and also we will have all necessary insurance information into the same place. We can, with the product designer, design different insurance products. We can scale them very fast, and with APIs we can expose everything what we are doing in Creatio from an insurance perspective into the let's say web portals or any other channel where we want to communicate with our customer. Our idea is really to prepare a completely new way of the digital ecosystem. Usually, what is the situation? When you go to the insurance company and say, hi guys, I want to do the, let's say, CRM implementation, where to empower you to communicate better with the customer. Usually we are facing an issue that insurance information is really very much structured on the different way, and we don't have enough objects in the CRM where we can handle this. What I mean, that's the information about, let's say, from the policy's perspective, about the risks and covers, which have to be treated on a way that then if we collect the premium, which is paid on this policy, we can subtract this premium on all the risk and covers we want, and then this information has to be processed to the financial system on the proper way. This is for the reporting purposes, this is for the, let's say, some management of our reinsurance contracts and things like that. And here we are coming with our solution where we empower the CRM part of Creatio with the possibility to store and to manage all the insurance information which is required in this direction. We have two different cases where we can install Sirma InsurTech together with Creatio. The first of the use cases we see is where the Creatio and Sirma InsurTech come a seamless part of the ecosystem. Means that we keep the legacy system and we use Sirma InsurTech to do the integration between the legacy system and the main, let's say, CRM processes, which are very well already done by Creatio. And with this, we bring all the necessary objects and rules with the configuration, of course, of all this to empower Creatio to become a kind of even core insurance system in some cases. For example, if we want to, let's say, to put some small product like simple cancer insurance, where you pay the premium and then you get payment if you're diagnosed with cancer, it could be done, let's say, within days. Configured into the system, set up some rules, set up the tariffs, and then you can start selling it over the portal. With Creatio Sirma InsurTech with Creatio, the idea is that very easily you can integrate any kind of the channel and to keep all this communication and interactions with the customer on one single system. The other use cases that we want to remain with our, let's say, legacy system only for the reporting purposes. Then we can move all the part to the Creatio with Sirma InsurTech, and then only post the transactions at the end to the insurance company legacy system for the reporting or accounting purposes. The idea here is that with such an implementation, there is no need to work very hard on from one side on the integration, and from other side on the interfaces which are already built between the legacy system and, let's say, financial accounting ERP system, etc. Because then all this data which are generated when we are selling new policy or we are settling the claim has to be properly accounted and reported also to the regulations. In this case, we can put Sirma InsurTech together with Creatio to do the, let's say, to be the real-time engine of the insurance company, and all the processes which are related with the accounting to stay untouched, because we will post all the data from Creatio in the old-fashioned, not real-time legacy system, and then the legacy system can also distribute all the necessary information back to the ERP, financial system, reporting system, etc. I want also to speak about the case which we have here in Bulgaria already with Creatio and Sirma InsurTech. We have a customer which is called Boostrat Life, which in 2014 has acquired a small health insurance fund. With this customer, we have started the journey to move them and to make them more digital. It was completely paper process some years ago, and we wanted to move them and to make them really completely digital company. Currently, they were the first on the market which has offered initially the digital communication with the customer in case of the medical appointment with the doctor. You need to do some examination. What was the old process? You call to their call center, they make the appointment in the doctor, and then you go to the doctor. Doctor reports on the paper in most of the cases, or with Excel sheets. It was slow, it was time consuming, and I want to share some numbers for this customer. In 2015, when we have started the digitalization, they had 34K insured persons, like customers, which has to use the medical insurance. Currently, they have 104,000. They are serving the tripled amount of the customers with almost the same number of personnel, even less, including the coordination, including the claim assessment, including sales. Other very, very interesting fact is that when they have offered 3 years ago possibility to report the claim online, it was huge explosion from the customers, means that the customers really like it. And currently, we have more than 86% of the claims are coming on the digital way, because we have here two types of claims. First type of claim is when the medical facility is directly reporting and claiming according to their contract with the Boostrat the payment, or you can go everywhere. Your customer is free, and if he pays from his pocket, he can then be reimbursed by the insurance company. Here in our case, we have from the beginning of this year close to 100,000 cases reported by the customer directly to the insurance companies, and 84,000 of them are done by the digital channel. Means that they use chatbot, or they use mobile app, or they use portal, and they report this digitally. Also, very impressive here is that 20% from this done or paid with no human engagement. Means that they automatically proceeded into the payment stage, because to do the examination, you have some cost, right? And to save the cost, you can, let's say, the claims which are under this cost, just approve them. Yeah, you can put the measures or machine learning algorithms which are out of the box available in Creatio to make kind of assessment or feeling from the customer side that somebody is really assessing this claim. But at the end, you can proceed it fully automatically.
I just wanted to quickly add there, Julian, right? It's important to mention that they only when they shifted from manual processes to digital processes that actually brought them that huge spike in terms of new customers joining, right? But I think it's important to tell here that they haven't started with the full-fledged functionality at the start, right? They started with something very simple, and then gradually they continued bringing more and more functionality on top of that as they got more understanding of what would be the best way of automating these processes, maybe changing them for the business, right? Because when they were automating the manual processes, they were rethinking some parts of it, right? Making them more optimized. And this is what actually brought additional value and effectiveness, because you said that they are now serving 3 times more customers with almost the same headcount, right? So it kind of shows how important it is to have this flexibility to evolve from something very simple to something like really next level, bringing more and more great experience to your customers.
Here, Mike, from my point of view, one of the, let's say, greatest improvements is that when you open a digital channel, what you're doing, you're definitely move the data entry part into the customer side. Means that it will free resources in insurance company, because if you receive it on the paper, all these claim files, somebody has to enter them into the system to do, let's say, the kind of automation of the digital workflow process. And to enter this data, you need also people, right? If you open this and make the channel fully digital, then you can move this data entry part into the hands of the customer. For example, in Bootstrap case, customer puts the amount which he wants. He's identified into the web portal or into the mobile app, and we know exactly for which insurance contract he's reporting this claim. And then all this data provided on a very structured way to the Creatio system, and then you can fully automate the workflow, because you don't need to put some additional data or things like that. Everything is calculated. You can train the ML or to very detailed set up the process, which do all necessary steps and checks, and just give to the claim expert only the cases where he has really a need to look and to examine and to see there's some maybe fraud or something. This is the exactly what we did with Bootstrap. We have started with the small steps, very gradually, and we digitalized really the places where they have very narrow resources or points where they can really benefit very much.
Now that looks fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah. Just to wrap it up here, I wanted to again re-emphasize on the 3 key values or key staples of Creatio. Like, it's one platform where you can streamline the customer journey and customer-facing operations and industry-specific workflows, then freedom to change and evolve, freedom to be first on the market ahead of your competition, and genuine care. This is what we provide to our customers. This is what we share, the responsibility and the care we care for our customers to always be successful together with us. And one more thing, this month we have released a no-code playbook this is actually a huge thing for the industry, right? Because this is a vendor agnostic 200-page guide that empowers teams to deliver business applications of any complexity with the help of the no-code. This is actually what helps the teams which want to get the benefit out of the low-code to make it happen. It's a complete guide on how to apply this technology and let the organizations benefit to full extent from the no-code. Here, by scanning this QR code, you can download this book for free from our website, or you can go and buy it on Amazon. In any case, this is an accumulated knowledge and hands-on experience on how the no-code can be actually used from the concept to the real life.
I want to add here that I have finished, let's say, 1/3 of the book, and it looks like that it will be already on my desk, like a Bible for our further projects, which we realize together with Creatio.
Wonderful. So yeah, now I think we're happy to answer the questions from the audience. And actually, Julian, I see a few questions for you. So if you don't mind, I will read the first one.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so there's a very interesting question. So they'll just really ask, so current IT infrastructure in our company is such that different legacy systems serve different lines of business, and there are quite a few applications for that purpose. So is it possible to integrate them all with Creatio so that we provide a service to all our customers regardless of the product they have?
Yeah, great question, Mike.
Yeah, what do you think as an expert here? So
yeah, yes, this is, I would say that this is the case which we see in many insurance companies, and it is completely possible.
Mm-hmm.
Sirma InsurTech, together with the core CRM functionalities which you provide with Creatio, will be into the future the only system which is serving the customers. Also, through the APIs which are coming out of the box, you can integrate as much as you need core systems, legacy systems to Creatio, and also from other side you can integrate it with unlimited number of the mobile apps, portals, chatbots,
Mm-hmm.
etc. And the idea is that really within Creatio you will have a single point of the system or trust where you can interact with the customer.
Yeah, wonderful. We call this single source of truth, and the interface where you can, go over the processes which you do on the daily basis, and again, very well integrated and very seamless for the end user. Super important, super beneficial. I think that was one of the reasons why, as you explained on your case study, the organization was such successful and was able to cover the growing customer base with almost the same headcount that they had. Look, I have another interesting question, and that's actually the one that I've been hearing from other customers that I'm meeting as well. So I would appreciate your expert opinion here too. So it sounds the following. We have an existing broker portal that is mainly used for quotation. If we implement Creatio, where will all these users work, and how does the cost, and how does that affect the cost?
See, our expectation is in such a case that the engine which will do the premium calculation would be Creatio, because Creatio together with Sirma InsurTech, because the idea here is that you have to provide, in some of the cases, let's say, some underwriting or kind of, let's say, regulation, onboarding of the customer process, which with Creatio we can fully automate. And then for the broker or for the directly customer who is going on the portal and wants to issue a policy, he will really feel it like it is in real time, because all the automations or necessary steps will be done back on the Creatio, on the backside, and then we will return only the result. And even more important, when the policy is issued in real time, we can then save it back into the Creatio and in real time process it to the legacy system of payment system to even conclude an online payment. This is not a topic at all. From the price perspective, it will not affect because we will not count the users which are connected through APIs to the system. We will license only the users who are doing the configuration and manage the things inside Creatio or Sirma InsurTech. All others will connect over the APIs and there will be no cost for them. I see here an interesting question, which I think Mike, you can answer.
Yeah, I'll be happy to.
I guess the process of each insurance company are specifics. How does your solution resolve the difference? Is it a standard solution or can be adapted to the specific requirements in the specific practices in this particular insurance company?
Okay, look, well, I think that's a great question, to be frank, because it actually represents how important it is to have this flexibility to adapt to the specifics of different business or to different organizations within the single domain, right? So we do understand that there are no similar businesses, right? Even if we're talking about insurance and the process might be, common, there's still it might be local specific. Might be something related to the organization, but in any case, it will require a certain portion of adoption or configuration. So in Creatio, we actually offer you that freedom, right? A freedom to choose which way is the most appropriate for you, right? Obviously, for the quickest time to market, we would recommend to use a pre-configured solution, pre-configured application, which you have just told us about, right? Implement it, start getting the benefits from the automation immediately, and then as we go, add configurations on top of it, right? Because the nature of Creatio is a no-code, that means that you are free to tweak and configure and reconfigure your processes, your workflows, the interface, however you think would be the best for the business, right? And you're not limited in time on doing this.
Is that means that I would ever have a full access to everything what is pre-configured by Sirma or by Creatio?
Exactly. So we give you the freedom to own your automation, to own your solution, meaning that you can start with something that has been pre-configured by Sirma and then enhance it and tailor it exactly to fit the requirements of your business, right? Meaning that, you can do this. And we understand that business evolves over time. It doesn't remain the same. And in a year from now, you might have a different vision or like more ambitions for automation. So this path always remains open, even though using something pre-configured from the start is always an option if you want to get the solution delivered as soon as possible and start benefiting out of it.
Maybe here I want to add or different requirement by the customer, because what exactly we want to do is to empower the insurance companies to satisfy very much the customer. And customer can, let's say, open a new channel to communicate with the insurance company, and then it would be extremely easy to add it to the Creatio, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, I see also some other questions, but we are running out of our time, and I think that we have to close today's session. Mike, I promise that we will answer to any of the questions directly with the follow-up of the event.
Yeah, and I would ask all the people who have questions, please feel free to get in touch with our experts. We'll be more than happy to set up like individual communication and explain you in more details of what the solution is capable of, or how we can potentially help you with your digital initiatives.
Yeah, I also would want to add here that we are also ready to do the demo of what we have developed together with Creatio, but this has to be, how to say, very tailored for each customer, because it's not convenient to do, let's say, to the life insurer demo with the cars, right? That's why we want to understand what exactly are the requirements and then to address properly the solution to the customer. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. Thank you, Mike, for joining me with this webinar.
It's been a
have
pleasure.
a great evening.